estate agents. Welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga. How you doing today, Joey?
I'm doing good, man. I rode my bike in today.
You did?
I did. That's why I'm all sweaty.
Oh, it's like 60 degrees out. Why are you sweaty?
I don't know.
You should have left a little earlier. It could have been a casual ride.
Yep.
Hey, we have some great guests in the house today. We've got Aaron Auxier, president of Celeb and Sports Division at Williams Luxury Homes with Sterling Fine Properties, and Evan Twombly, vice president of that same division. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We are great.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad to see you guys here. We've got a lot to talk about, I know, but why don't we start with sharing a little bit about, I guess, your journey to Arizona? Because, Aaron, you just moved here not too long ago, so how long you've been kind of in the real estate space, I guess you could say, and working in this space, but and then we'll get into Evan.
Yeah,
I've been in the business for 15 years.
Okay.
Been licensed agent for 15 years. And started in Las Vegas and had a heck of a ride. I mixed real estate with entertainment and came up with a portmanteau word and called it realtainment.
Oh, there you go.
And wanted to take a different approach that wasn't based around sales, but more about the storytelling and the lifestyle, and focused on protecting high profile or high expectation individuals.
Got it.
Best interests.
Awesome.
And it blew up, and it was real exciting. And then I tried Montana for 3 years. And when I say Montana, I mean, like the Canadian border, Montana. So it was pretty rough. It was
Lots of snow.
I didn't fit in. I like it here so much more. So I'm really glad to be here. I've been here a few weeks.
Just didn't get into the skiing, I guess.
No.
I
like the lifestyle of that. All that goes on here in this valley, especially Scottsdale.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Evan, how about yourself?
I've lived everywhere. From New York, I've been in, I played football, so it took me around the nation a little bit. I was in Florida, I was in Cleveland, Detroit, and I started working with some investors when I was running my own businesses, and it kind of got me in love with real estate. And I have friends that moved down here from college, so I'm like, you know what, get out of the snow myself and try something new. And I found William and Williams Luxury Homes, and it's been a wrap ever since. I've been loving it. I've been here about a year now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So when you did play ball, where was your favorite place? So I know you mentioned several places.
Yeah, Tampa was fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, all the people were fantastic, but if we're talking about just place that I enjoyed living, it was Florida. I mean, just the weather, the beach, and now I'm here in Arizona, and it's almost the same thing without the water. So it wasn't too much of a switch up.
That is the one thing we miss, for sure.
Right.
For sure. Why don't you guys explain a little bit more about why you created this division, this Celeb and Sports Division? You want to get into that?
Yeah, I mean, it's about protecting people, and I would say that starts with their privacy, of course. That's something that I think we should all, as real estate professionals, aspire to remember as part of our fiduciary duty. But when you're talking about high-profile individuals, that becomes extra important.
Yeah.
There's no paparazzi here. There's, the only lights that they're going to see flashing is maybe the neon flashing off of their hot, hip condo down at like Optima, Campbellview or something. The neon, or the passing Ferrari that comes zooming by. Yeah, and that's that. And also a lot of those type of clientele maybe will have unique. They all do have unique. Their own problems that need to be solved. So that's really fun and exciting for us. So maybe it'll be checking out a property if they can be set up for the type of security that they want to have. Maybe there'll be an HOA problem with that, and it's real exciting. And then there's the lifestyle. So usually these will be second homes, and we always look for getting our clients properties that are in Vegas. That's what I just specialize in strip condos. So it was high-rise strip condos, lifestyle.
Got it. Okay. So you see a lot of, so here in Phoenix, do you see a lot of people like celebrities, sports figures that are buying here as second homes then? Or are you seeing a lot of celebrities actually that are here in the valley that you're
You know, it really depends. I've only been here a year, but I know that a lot of times people live in Arizona, they retire here, you know, they love the weather, and again, it's not California, there's no paparazzi, so they can kind of live that low-key lifestyle, which they haven't been able to live. So whether it is their second home or they make it their primary home, we just want to make sure that they can continue to live where people may not know they're there. You know, they can kind of go to the mall and come back, and people don't know who they are as much as they would in Vegas or, you know, Beverly Hills or something like that.
Yeah.
We just want to try to keep that privacy for them so they can get out of that limelight, because that's why, you know, they moved away from it.
Right. You mean I can't buy one of those tours to see all the places of the stars?
No, we won't. We won't be sharing information with those people.
Just kidding. So you guys have a new thing too coming up, don't you? That's a new website, that you're going to be launching, Scottsdale 90210. Is that right?
Yeah.
You got it, man. We're excited about that for sure.
So what's kind of behind that? What was the idea there?
It's Scottsdale meets Beverly Hills. It's speaks for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
We're connecting the dots, the Beverly Hills, the Vegas. Everyone seems to be loving Arizona and moving here. The market is increasing so much. So we're just trying to be the connection, you know, for that whole kind of pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people, it's the highest net worth city here in this state. And it just seemed like a cool. I already owned SinCity90210.com, and it was always had been a fantasy of mine to launch it.
Right.
And then me and Evan were talking, and we just decided to go for it and do Scottsdale 90210.
Wow.
It made sense. Scottsdale is it's really about the whole valley, but that's really that's that whole. What Scottsdale represents and Old Town Scottsdale represents really speaks volumes.
Right. Okay. All right. So when do you foresee that kind of launching, I guess you could say?
I mean, we got the logo done, and my web guy or our web guy is hard at work,
Working
but
at it.
it's gonna be a little bit of time.
A lot of long nights right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
You know, just focusing.
We're handwriting everything, so you know we do copy ourselves,
content,
so we're
yeah.
content creators.
Right.
So
Okay.
we're pretty specific. So
That's good.
we'll launch it small, and it will just grow from there.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, and that's some advice for agents is, you know, if you're going to build a site, try not to overdo it. Start small, do it properly, and put some heart and soul into it. Because the old days, we talked about this before, of just typical content and throwing basic content in is just not working anymore. It's not engaging consumers, and the algorithms are actually starting to become smart enough to just not be entertained by general copy. They're actually seeming to start having an intelligence that they realize that content. I'm not just talking about duplicate content. That's no. But just boring content seems to be getting ignored by the algorithms, by the spiders, by the search engine spiders.
Yeah. Well, and I think that a lot of, like in the real estate world, a lot of real estate agents see that as kind of the easy button to just pay, you know, a company that's putting it, mass producing the same thing. Because I can tell, I know when it hits, because I see all these mortgage people and real estate people post the same thing on the same day,
right?
Whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, and I'm like, oh. Okay, that must have hit this time.
And a lot of times it seems like there's misrepresentation in there, and you could tell it's not written by a real estate professional.
And that's us.
Yeah.
We're big believers in being authentic, you know, in every part of our lives. So we want our website to be authentic. We want to represent people with the authenticity that we bring. So we just want the whole profile of what we do and what we offer just to be who we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would you say to, what would you advise agents who don't know how to write?
I would say it's going to start becoming a part of real estate to learn how to study copywriting.
Sure.
You can, you know, I'm going to take a line that I stole from Peter Lorimore. He's a big agent in LA, and he's like, hey, I think I might have brought this up last time I did the show. You know, I have a secret website. It's write this down, everybody. It's google.com. Go type in there content creation 2020, or you know what's hot. And there's another secret site, youtube.com. You can do it
Yeah.
there too, and you can find out some good information.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's starting to be authentic, because automation is getting to a point where me and Evan spoke about this recently in a video. It can't out imperfect humanity. So there's never been a greater time to be yourself and to be human and to be imperfect. People appreciate that.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So nobody can write your story like you know? And it seems like a pain in the butt, but it's really fun and
Right.
rewarding at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
people appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely. Well, and some people may choose to just turn on the camera,
Yeah,
right?
shoot video.
Do the video.
Yeah.
Now, of course, then they could send it somewhere to get the transcription out there, right?
Sure.
So that then that can be posted. But
Right.
I feel more comfortable that way. Just turn it on the video camera.
Right.
Because if I had to sit there and write out things, it would take me a long time. But if I just have this idea and I just want to talk, I just talk.
Yeah.
That's great. And voice SEO is going to come. It's going to be the thing in probably by 2022. I mean, if you're not being found in voice SEO, then that's a whole different level. So I really like that you bring that up. Just spoken word.
Yeah.
It's arguable that the word will become more important than video. It seems odd, but that's what some are predicting.
Possibly,
We'll see
yeah,
what happens.
yeah. I think podcasts are showing up now in the search engines.
They are,
Yeah.
and because
Even
people are speaking to their devices, and it's going to be pushed on us more and more and more. You'll see that with every update that you do to your Android or to your iOS is basically going to pretty much start requiring that you're using voice.
Right. Yeah.
So
Absolutely. You mentioned also maybe covering some things about successes or losses. Do you want to share a little bit about kind of your guys' journey?
Yeah, I would just say I've had a roller coaster of a journey. Aaron and I have shared a lot of our same life paths, and it's been pretty similar with each other. The ups and downs, but the best thing is just to keep your head above water and just keep pushing forward. I've had where I thought I was like on top of the world, and then in the blink of an eye, I was looking around like, where did it all go? But again, it's just making sure that every day you wake up, you have a choice to either be a good person or someone that makes mistakes. And if you make more good decisions than mistakes, you're going the right direction. So just wake up and keep trying to focus on the goal. That's it, man. Yeah. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm passionate about this topic.
It's big.
It's everything, and
Goosebumps.
I don't want to forget. Yeah, thank you to
Sherry.
Griff
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Security Title Agency for having us on, and just really grateful to have this platform to be able to reach out to people. I've done a lot of mainstream media, and I find podcasts like this just as relevant, if not more. And it means a lot to us to be able to reach out directly to an audience. It's more niche. It's really important to us. And for me, what happened was, as a multimillionaire and came one audition away from handpicked by the Trump family to be one audition away from season 10 of The Apprentice. I surpassed the whole process. Yeah. And I was a bit I was too controversial for Trump. Like, can you imagine that? Yeah.
Might have been his producers.
Yeah, it was. Well, they at the final audition, they sit you at a boardroom, and they just tell you to argue. There was 8 of us, and only 4 of us even opened our mouths, but I did quite a bit, and I got into a pretty good heated debate with one other guy. It was between me and him.
Wow.
And I was joking, this guy's gonna punch me afterwards, or he's gonna shake my hand. And I also joked that he was either gonna get the part or I was, right? And apparently he did. I did not get it. I was surprised. I thought for sure I had it because I had done a show with Trump before on Nat Geo. So my point is that I've been through some very big highs, and then 2008 hit, and I had $30 million worth of real estate in escrow, all pre-construction high-rise, and only $2 million worth closed. And then and I owned multiple homes. And this is all in Vegas. And then my mom walks in the room one day. It's a bit personal, but she goes, "I'm bleeding." And just 12 years later, let's just put it that way, today, she's cancer free. She had turned out that she had bladder cancer, and then we even fought lung cancer. So I helped her fight these things. I lost everything, and I put everything on hiatus, if you will. And put everything on hold for that. And I encourage people to do that because, and this is ties into a lot of what me and Evan do, and Williams Luxury Homes is really about helping others, and we're going to talk about that. But the thing is that it seems that in America we're like taught from a young age to not take care of our loved ones. Even, I'm not just talking about elderly. We're so busy working, and we push it off. Well, I challenge everybody right now to step up your game. If you're a playa, then play and do your career and take care of your loved ones, because I played with the system and the medical system and the political system, and the bottom line is that if you throw your loved ones in a nursing home or whatever, they're going to probably die. If you're not Kardashian rich, then the system's not going to be good enough. You have to be hands-on. It's kind of like the content thing. It's just not good enough. If you can't do it, at least do your best to find someone, find help. Make calls, call around, find help. And that means a lot to us, to help people who can't stand any life that can't stand up for itself.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned that earlier, before we started, about helping children, animals, kind of. You want to elaborate a little bit?
I mean, we have things in the works to try to give back, with Williams Luxury Homes and Sterling Fine Properties. We've been kind of given a platform also with our own backgrounds to do things for others. And, that's how I've gotten to where I am today, because someone's always been there to lend a hand when I've needed it. So we want to do the same thing, if we can use our platform to maybe make a little boy or girl's dream come true. You maybe meet a professional athlete, their favorite celebrity, that's phenomenal. If we can use this to try to give back to abused animals, that's what we're passionate about. We're passionate about people. We're passionate about protecting people and just making sure we make the world a better place than, we leave it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great.
They really go, you'd be surprised how hand in hand our mindsets go when it comes to what we do with the Celeb and Sports Division, and how he just laid that out. I couldn't have said it any better. That's great.
And what's even funnier, though, is, we met one day on the phone. William Lewis connected us, with his background and mine in football. And he's like, hey, guys, you want to collab on this division together? And I think we've been on the same mindset, since we first started talking. It's like we've known each other for years. So this is not hopefully, I know it's going to be something really powerful, in the near future.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But what about the people that have an opinion?
Don't listen.
Right.
Don't listen.
No, only you know you, and he's taught me that more than a lot of people. I know the way I think, I know the way I feel, the way I present myself, and I can value your opinion, but it's not going to make me change what I'm doing myself, because I know what works for me and I know what doesn't. And that's kind of what he instilled in me as well.
Right. I learned it from Gary Vaynerchuk, but the bottom line is that in this hyper online world where we see likes and dislikes, or the lack of likes, and this is a big reason probably behind Instagram's move to remove the likes. Their algorithm is changing. I would just encourage people to stop paying so much attention to others' advice. Even, it's not just opinions, advice, because here's the problem with advice is it's a double-edged sword. When I was on top of the world, I had so many people always giving me kudos, and that is a natural instinct to let the ego get too big, and maybe you're not future-proofing yourself enough all of a sudden because you think you're on top of the world when you're actually one step away. So if you give too much attention to the good feedback, that's not good. And if you give attention to the negative feedback, that's not good. It lowers self-confidence. So we're talking about ego and self-confidence, and it seems that the universe, if you will, doesn't allow those who are going to make great change and impact. It doesn't allow those who let one of those the big ego or the lack of self-confidence, it doesn't allow those people to actually do anything. It's usually the person who's been through it and understands and keeps a humble, meek life and soul, if you will, and doesn't do it for themselves, because anything in this, it does seem to, it's weird how technology is bringing this out. It's the opposite of what I've been predicting an AI takeover for a long time, but the thing is, it seems like it's revealing, in a way, some of the best of humanity, and I think that's our best chance too. Is that it's just great to be someone who does something for others, because if you do it for others, then it will naturally pay off for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big thing for not just real estate agents, but anybody, is we all know the game Tetris, right? So if you try to fit in perfectly and conform to everything, you're going to disappear, just like in Tetris. So be yourself, be authentic, and if you have a bigger cause, which for us it's others, then it'll all come back around. We feel very highly about that.
Yeah, I like that. I like how you use meekness. Now, some people think meekness is weakness, but it's really, meekness is strength under control, power under control. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's always good to have that, and being able to help people. I mean, I'm working with a customer right now, or a client, and they're having problems closing because of their loan, and just being able to help them pay for their Airbnb and making sure that they're still okay. I already got paid from selling their house, but hey, I want to take care of you until we get you another house. And so being able to help them, even though it takes thousands of dollars out of my pocket, I'm still okay with that because I want to make sure that they're okay.
Right.
So taking care of people is definitely important.
For sure.
Yeah, and I want to add one thing, because being an empath doesn't mean that you need to destroy yourself to do it. You got to be careful, because we all know, right? We got to be careful. So we know that we have to take care of ourselves. So I want to also remind everybody, yes, of course, in nature, from the smallest earthworm to the largest blue whale, we have observed that the mother always feeds herself first, because if she's not alive and strong, she can't fight and for her children and feed her children. So that's very important too.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I knew about the likes with Instagram. And I think Facebook is now testing that, I believe in Australia or someplace. I don't know for sure, but I think they're testing getting rid of the likes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you could still see on your end, but you won't be able to see, is the way I understand it, see other people's, right? So you're like, oh, why are they so, so why is this so popular, right?
It's going to change who's considered popular or not.
Right.
And it will, I don't know a whole bunch about it, but I know it also involves like cyberbullying. So to help fight that as well.
Got it. All right. You guys have some upcoming events or travels?
Yeah,
always.
We're always moving somewhere.
Yeah, what's coming up?
He says wheels up, but we're always flying. We're always flying somewhere, man. It's crazy.
What's next? You mentioned Vegas or something coming up, right?
Making a return. We're flying to Vegas in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show, Coffee with Kramer, and just kind of talk about what we're doing and how we're trying to revolutionize the game, and just trying to make leaps and bounds forward. We're excited for it.
I like how he always says trying. He already revolutionized it. Revolutionized it.
Stay humble, right? I always try to.
So, what does Yoda say about try? What does he say? Do or do not. There is no try.
You're right. I like that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
no, I'm not a big Star Wars fan.
You're such a Star Wars geek.
No,
I used to be.
The only thing I know from the whole.
I used to be until a certain company with the D word took over the series. That's a different story. Yeah, it's a little diss.
Oh no,
it's a little diss at diss. Never mind. Never know.
Oh gosh. Anything else you guys want to share with the agents that are listening before we move to the next?
The biggest thing I could ever think about sharing is just don't give up. I mean, it's a really hard business to get into. You have to surround yourself with good people, and we have been fortunate to do that with William Lewis and Dustin DeFreitas. So with a good team and good people on your side and motivated people, and if it is a team the way that we have it, I mean, you can't fail. You're going to have always someone there to help you back up, to give you some motivation, encouragement, a little bit of positive reinforcement. So be around a good team, stay positive, and good things will come. I promise you that.
And break the corporate model.
Yeah, 100%.
Stop listening to the corporate model.
Absolutely.
It's dead. Stop saying I'm number one and the best. You're not.
There's 4 million number one agents out there.
Yeah, the best. Your go-to source to service your needs. Shut up. You're not.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm just being honest.
This is the Aaron I'm waiting for to come out.
It's been hidden for a little bit.
Yeah, he's just been very calm. Just waiting for it to erupt here.
Oh, that's great. Well, you guys ready to get in the ring?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
Do it? All right.
Do this. All right.
What do you think the reason is that many agents are not successful?
They don't work.
Oh,
They
yes.
think they're
There we
busy, but they're not busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. There's production and there's just busy work.
That's
You got to be
great.
productive.
That's a
And
great
smart work.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Smart work?
Yeah.
All right. All right. How about your favorite mobile app?
Oh, gosh,
Man, I'm going to say LinkedIn. Honestly, it sounds so boring, but I'm
Really?
always on LinkedIn. Yeah.
It's important, but yeah, it's very important, and it's being used wrong. And we have more to talk about that for another show. That's our surprise for the next show.
Okay.
I would say for me, I'm starting to use apps where I consume content at twice the speed.
Oh,
Or whatever speed I desire. So I'll watch videos in 2 times speed, and I'll read books or any text. You can there's apps out there that copy paste text, or even take a snapshot of a picture, and then it can add the font right into the app, and then just reading it super quick, or more of the Cliff Note versions of books and stuff like that, because there's so much information out there today that we don't have enough time to. The average CEO, I think, reads 52 books a year, but now we can consume 52 worth of books in a few months. So yeah, I'm learning that to be efficient with my time. That it's about consuming content quicker, and most importantly too is creating content that's educational but to the point. So I know that my consumers can get through it real quick too.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
How about best advice anyone's ever given you?
Sell or be sold.
Sell
All
or
right.
be sold.
That's mine. I'm just a business guy, and I enjoy it. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so I would say that. If you're not out there hustling for yourself, someone's going to make you hustle for them.
It's not a Cardone book, is it?
Yeah. Grant
It
Cardone.
is, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is,
okay.
yep.
That's what I thought.
I'm a big fan of him. I read a lot of his books, and I've watched almost probably all of his videos on YouTube. And again, that's kind of where I got the passion for real estate. He kind of instilled that in me as well. So that's probably my best advice.
10x.
Cool.
That's a good one.
All right.
I would tell, don't sell. So that's I would say.
Tell, don't sell.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
You
I
know,
haven't read that one yet.
Right, I just made it up.
Oh.
It wasn't advice I was given necessarily. I came up with it after watching lots of motivational stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost counterintuitive to what he just said. That's what's so neat. There's it's so important to when especially in business is to be in business with someone where you both learn from each other, or be on a team where I really do like diversity in being part of a boutique operation, because with different minds you can create such a wide net to help so many people and capture a larger audience of clients and cover all the necessary parts of this industry. But yeah, definitely I like the tell, don't sell model.
All right. All
That's a
right.
good one.
How about a book recommendation? I mean, you already mentioned something, but
Man, the purple cow.
all right. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go old
Seth
school.
Godin. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff likes that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it
Yeah.
a lot. All right. We'll have you draw the question out of the mask there.
Forgot the button.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
I
don't
did.
forget the button.
No, it's all right.
The
There's
question:
no sound effect. Yeah.
if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Oh, I like that question. Mine might be boring. I just want to go to New Zealand. I feel like there's so much life down there, and not a lot of people travel there. Everyone likes Mykonos and Bora Bora. I want to go somewhere kind of off the radar, and just kind of see what life's like there.
You know what the haka dance is?
I have no idea.
Really? That's the one where they go,
Okay.
like all the football team.
I'll do it right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I just want to be diverse and see new things, know.
Well, they said so. My wife wants to go there someday.
Yeah.
So Australia and New Zealand,
Yep,
right?
right.
But Australia is known to have the most poisonous.
No, I'm not
and,
about that.
Dangerous.
He's like, poison?
But,
Nope.
But what's interesting is New Zealand is supposed to have 0.
That's why I want to go there. I'll be safe.
It's kind of interesting. They're right side by side, but it's pretty crazy. How about yourself, Aaron?
Washington D.C. When I become POTUS.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Oh,
go.
POTUS.
Yeah, it's No, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to visit that horrible place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to visit that horrible place.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah. I want to see it truly revolutionized one day.
Yeah, well.
You have potentially running for office someday, right?
I joked about it. Yeah. What happened is in Vegas, I was doing so much media that I became kind of the unofficial face of Vegas, especially during the crash, and fought for Vegas. And I learned that, at least at that point, in 2007, 2009, I fought the media, hardcore mainstream media. I learned you can't beat them. I don't know if that's still true or not, but yeah, I have a fantasy of maybe running for office one day of some type. We'll see.
All right.
Depends.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And remember us little guys, too.
That's right.
Absolutely. No,
Can I be VP?
He's if it gets, no matter what, he's right there. Yeah, for sure, all the way. This is for
Absolutely.
life.
There you go.
That's how we do things, bro. For life.
Well, thank you guys for being in here. You
Thank
shared
you.
a lot of great information. You guys got some exciting things coming up on the
Yes,
horizon.
I can't wait to
so
see it.
We're ready. We appreciate that.
You guys ready for this, right?
Oh yeah,
'Cause it's going to be a wild ride.
It's always a wild ride.
Right.
Poison darts have already been shot. They're in me right now. You can't see them underneath the clothes. They don't even bother me.
That's right.
I kind of starting to like it a little bit.
Yeah, it's the comfort feeling right now.
Yeah.
That's
If
great.
you have people attacking you, then you're doing something really good and right. If you're doing something that's truly revolutionary, that's one thing. You're going to get the poison darts. But when you start making noise for doing it, get ready. And when you feel those attacks, congratulations.
Well, yeah, I mean, even changing my best advice I've ever been given, I guess we could say, I forgot where I heard this, but no one doing more than you will ever criticize you. You know what I'm saying? So the people that criticize you are always doing less than you. So if you're getting criticized, you know that you're working harder. And again, going back to being around a great team, you always have someone above you to kind of strive for.
Sure.
So that's
Yeah.
actually
That's a good
goes with what you're saying.
Well, we'll finish with this, like Seth Godin would say: go out and cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
That's it. I like that. Right.
All right, guys. Hey, agents, until next time, we will see you later.
Adios.
All right. Great job, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.